Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the 1985 film Vampire Hunter D. Now, as you know, Vampire Hunter D was a 1985 Japanese fantasy horror film which was based on a popular series of novels by Hideo Kakiyoshi, who was also known for working on a series of Vampire Hunter D, which had stories from Razor of Gales, as well as Journey to the North Sea, as well as having a video game, a sequel film called Bloodlust, and an unpublished comic known as American Wasteland. Now, pretty much the film is based on the first novel, as well as when I watched the film, it's pretty much the 1992 Steamline Pictures dub, which had members like Mitchell McConnell, Barbara Goodson, Laura Cody, and so many others who also did work on Digimon, Power Rangers, Beetleborgs, and so on. In the 2015 redub, you had cast members like Lucci Christine, also Andy McAvin, as well as Tiffany Grant, sort of filling in the roles. And I think this also did remind me a bit with the Canadian dubs of Dragon Ball as well as Sailor Moon, such as the Dark Kingdom being changed to the Negaverse, Hell being changed to the Third Dimension, and so on. And let's get on the review. So the premise of the film is meant to follow Doris Lang, who is this young orphan girl of a deceased werewolf hunter, and while patrolling her rounds, we see how she's attacked and bitten by Count Lee, who seeks to have her for his next bride, as well for trespassing in his domain. We kind of see how Doris encounters a vampire hunter known as D, who wants to help Doris deal with Count Lee, as well as to make sure no threats come to her. And over the course of the film, we do kind of see how Dee has to kind of protect Doris at all costs, as well as her younger brother Dan. I think the two characters do work. Dee is supposed to be this expert vampire hunter, and there's more truths about him. And I think Doris could have worked a bit more, maybe have it revealed that she does want to learn more about being a vampire hunter and more as a werewolf hunter. And I think when you do have Count Lee's followers, I think some of them do work like characters. I think when you've also got his daughter, you can tell she does voice disapproval of Doris being married, and I think her character could have been developed a bit more. And it's slightly there, but not badly. And I think most of Count Lee's henchmen are either quickly taken down, or just kind of taken down too easily. And I kind of think, yeah, I also do think when you've got his other henchman, Ray, does kind of feel more like a Power Ranger villain. Feeling annoyed that he's not getting the respect he wants, and not kind of getting what he wants. And yeah, and I also like the idea that in basically the far future, you do have these kind of other creatures, other monsters in other settings, kind of showing what could happen in a post-nuclear holocaust in a different setting. So I kind of give the writers credit that at least they're not trying to make it too like Castlevania or Devil May Cry, but something in the far future which does remind me of the film Wizards, where a nuclear holocaust happened, which kind of had fairies, elves, and other things. And I think, yeah, with 80 minutes, I think the film could have lasted for an hour or 20 to kind of develop a bit more. And I would say with the Steamline dub, I think some of the actors aren't too bad. I think my favourite actor from the Steamline dub still has to be Mitchell McConaughey, who is also known for doing monster voice roles in Power Rangers. I think when he does play D, he actually does sound like this serious character. And yeah, there is actually more truths about him than there is. And I think it's interesting to kind of see how people stay alive. We kind of see these other kind of creatures, other kind of worldly beings, like vampires, goblins, Lovecraftian horrors, and so on. I think while the 1985 Vampire Hunter D film isn't perfect, at least it's showing you what they had in mind to do something for a sort of anime role. And keep in mind, when anime first came, you actually had Battle for the Planet as well as Voltron, showing that anime was slowly coming. It was just going to take a while for people to get used to. So I think Vampire Hunter D is a slightly okay film. It's not perfect, but it knew what it wanted to be. So I think it deserves a thumbs in the middle. Kind of alright, but kind of okay. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.